Yeah, welcome back to my channel Zenisa Tarot. It's Felicity here. This is July tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. And the deck I'm using is Tarot Art Nouveau by Los Galabel. And now let's get started. I sincerely ask for the guidance of the universe to give advice to those of Moon, Sun, or Rising in the sign of Gemini. This is July tarot reading, and we'll look at the general energy at play in July for those of who have Moon, Sun, or Rising in the sign of Gemini, and we'll look at how Gemini connects with others on the emotional level, and we'll look at the career as well. And you'll see I pull a few more cards than my usual monthly horoscope reading, because to bring out the best of this deck, it's good to pull a few more cards. And now let's look at what is in store for those who have Moon, Sun, or Rising in the sign of Gemini in July. Okay. Okay, this is a Gemini July tarot reading. Looking at the overall feeling, it feels like in this month you might feel a little bit of harassment, like someone or some situation keep harassing you. And it feels like you are not within control of yourself. And it's about your value. It's about how you value yourself. Because when you value yourself, you are able to get yourself out of this kind of situation. No one can step all over you. Remember this. You deserve all the respect that you need. First, you have to respect yourself, of course. And when you feel people are not respecting you, you have to step out of it. Whether they are your senior or they have some kind of control over your life. Maybe for some reasons, you need to work with this kind of people, but then maybe you have to make a living. But at some point in your life, you have to understand that you have different ways of making a living, not just one way of making a living. All right, so it's good to be able to survive, to support yourself financially, of course, but then it's also very important to value your own self when it comes to working for others or working with others. When you respect yourself, and no matter what, you will find a way to survive. And when you feel that you have to rely on some people in order to survive, and let them be disrespectful to you, then of course you feel trapped, you feel helpless. So when you get out of one situation, the universe will create another situation for you. So show respect for yourself and stop the harassment from others. And stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself, and get yourself out of the situation as soon as possible. And not to be afraid of about survival and things. When you respect yourself, when you get yourself out of some kind of unpleasant situation, for sure later on new situation, new people will come into your life. Alright, so now let's look at emotionally how you connect with others. It feels like again there's some kind of bullying, emotionally bullying going on in terms of partnership or relationship or friends or from family. And maybe there's some kind of court case going on as well. And maybe you have some kind of evidence, alright? Maybe others will seek evidence from you. So you have to stay honest with yourself and with others. When you are asked to give evidence, you know what you need to give, alright? And also take a look at how people demonstrate their strength. It's not by fighting, whether it's emotionally fighting or physically fighting. It's not going to create some kind of positive outcome, alright? So instead of fighting, instead of trying to win, to show how strong you are, just know that you have to be honest with yourself, and strength comes from understanding yourself and showing who you are, and not about fighting. But at the same time, when people step cross the boundary, cross your limits, you have to voice out, alright? At the same time, you need to understand how much information you give out and how much you need to reserve for yourself. It's also about how you deal with arguments, how you deal with conflicts. And yes, sometimes you know that the things that, or the belief that you hold on to maybe are very important to you, but then when people don't understand, just don't force your ideas, your concepts onto others, alright? Otherwise it will create a bigger conflict. It feels like maybe the conflicts come from the past, or from your siblings, or from your best friends, or maybe there are some kind of concepts that they cannot accept, some kind of belief system or some kind of things that they cannot accept when you voice out to them, but then you know that it's very important to you. So try not to get into the heat arguments, alright? And also know what you value. It's important to value friendship and the sibling love, but at the same time, when people need to be let go of, you have to step back and just let them slip out of your life, alright? Just let them walk away from your life. It's very yes, it feels like you're sorry about walking away, about stepping away from this kind of nostalgic feeling, or from the friendship, or maybe a childhood friend, maybe your best friend, maybe a sibling. But then understand that the bond is stronger on the other side than you can see on this physical side, alright? And also maybe some of you may have some kind of support from your siblings or friends or your family members in this kind of difficult situation. So understand that you still have strong support. And when it comes to area of career, it feels like there's some kind of party going on, some kind of indulgence, some kind of enjoyment going on, maybe some kind of strong interaction going on. But then suddenly maybe your boss, maybe your senior try to help you understand the importance of work. Maybe you will forget about focusing on your work when you have a lot of celebrations or parties going on. So your seniors, your boss may put some kind of disciplines onto your life. And Also try to be honest. It's very important to be honest this month when it comes to work, in your work environment. And some of you may have a little bit of daydreaming, and maybe you imagine some kind of things, maybe you imagine a lot of things, but then it's very important to see whether your imagination can be manifest into reality or not. Also, it's important to make some kind of practical plans. Otherwise, if you just keep talking and talking, and it's not going to work. So you have to bring your ideas into manifestation and not just talk and talk. And it's good to plan out some kind of solid foundation and plan out some kind of solid plans rather than giving some kind of plans that will fade out. Not to follow the trend. You have to follow your own direction instead of the trends, because trends will come and go. What is very strong is the foundation, your honesty, your integrity, and also not just imaginative ideas. Alright, so pay attention to the facts and numbers, and as well as trying to see the balance in your work. Alright, so it's about balancing, taking time to think and to meditate, to think about the practical side of your ideas and your life. Pay attention to reality, not just indulge yourself. This month you would like to indulge yourself and imagine, try to think a lot of ideas, and you are in night clouds, and like your thoughts and your own hearts just go out of the window, and then a lot of clouds carrying you to some places, and think about travel, or maybe thinking about some kind of unpractical things. So pay attention to the practical side, as well as pay attention to your senior advice, pay attention to authority as well, and also try to take some time out from work to meditate, to rest, to work hard as well. I hope you enjoyed this reading. For personal reading, please click the link in the description box.